This segment brought to you by Kansas Regenerative Medicine Center. Your stem cells, your health, your life.
Good morning and welcome to the Western Kansas Wildlife Travel Center. You'll hear a lot of background noise, I guess, because there's always a lot going on. Try to find a quiet corner, but with the IHOP and all the folks stopping in, it might be hard to find a corner quiet enough to film in. Now, it's a pretty relaxing stop if you're on your travels and don't mind hearing the announcements in the background. So just a lot of people that love stopping here. And we're on the second floor where you've got the wildlife displays, and I love seeing the families come up here sharing those things with the kids. There's a lot of wow expressions when they come up here. Well, folks, as we just keep saying, time just keeps moving along, and there's just so many things going on. And the summer is, it's going to be gone before we know it. All that heat that we've whined about is soon going to be replaced by some chilly weather. So it's when I really love getting outdoors, and there's so much to do outdoors. And remember, Kansas Outdoors, the website. So check that out if you are looking for hiking opportunities and all those things along the way. Please check those out. So this is one of our sponsors for Around Kansas, and we appreciate them very much. And we invite you to come to Oakley and see all the other things that we've got going on here. This is a great place to start your trip, and then you can head anywhere in Western Kansas you want to go. South to Scott City, north to Oberlin, west to Wallace, west to Colby and Goodland. The roads will just take you anywhere. You know what? So much stuff coming up. Want to give you a heads up on this one. September 12th through the 15th, Dr. Jake and I are headed over to Colorado Springs for the annual Order of the Indian Wars Conference. And I tell you about that every year, but I can't tell you just how awesome that group is. Visiting sites this year, we're going to Sand Creek, and of course the massacre site, and of course the connections between Kansas and Colorado. That was Colorado territory when the massacre occurred, and just years earlier it was Kansas territory. So again, those borders are kind of imaginary at times, and with certain events. So that's going to be a fantastic conference and tour, and just urge you to take advantage of so many of those things that are offered. The conferences, the guided tours, with especially the National Park Service historians, who are absolutely the best. I know Jerry Green is going to join us on this trip, and he's just a go-to guy on so many things. So just give you a heads up for that, and stay tuned. I will share more of that with you as time goes on. Another great show for you today. Thanks for joining us. Stay with us.
Fort Wallace was the fightingest fort in the West. Fossils, Indians, soldiers, scouts, wagons, trails, pioneers, stories. Discover the story of Fort Wallace and the people who served here, the people who fought here, the people who settled here. Wallace County, where the past is present.
Sure Crop Fertilizers was started by my father, Don Sherman, and my mother, Shirley Sherman. Family business that started in the 80s. We predominantly focus on plant nutrients and what we can do to give growers better responses with the fertilizer dollars that they do, and what we can do to make those things work better for that grower. We're based out of Seneca, Kansas. We work with growers in their soil analysis to figure out what they need, and then we can put those in a blend that gives them the best results, and so that we can deliver that direct to their farm, so that they have those nutrients where they need them, when they need them, and so that they can apply them in a manner that's very efficient to them and works well in their planting systems and what they're doing. Sure Crop Fertilizers has been around for a long time. We always say we're big enough to take care of everything you need, but we're small enough to do it quickly. You can get a hold of us at 1-800-635-4743. Our website is surecropfertilizers.com, and you can always email me at Corey@surecropfertilizers.com, and with any questions you have, and we're glad to answer and work with you.